Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog, I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog, I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless, yeah, I'ma go hard regardless, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. And how good they judge me, oh, but they don't know.
Setting Dylan Gabriel up. Take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog, I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog, I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless, yeah, I'ma go hard regardless, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. And how good they judge me, oh, but they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog, I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog, I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless, yeah, I'ma go hard regardless, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. And how good they judge me, oh, but they don't know.
Setting Dylan Gabriel up. Take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog, I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog, I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless, yeah, I'ma go hard regardless, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. And how good they judge me, oh, but they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog, I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog, I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless, yeah, I'ma go hard regardless, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. And how good they judge me, oh, but they don't know.
Setting Dylan Gabriel up. Take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog, I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog, I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless, yeah, I'ma go hard regardless, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. And how good they judge me, oh, but they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog, I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog, I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless, yeah, I'ma go hard regardless, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. And how good they judge me, oh, but they don't know.
Setting Dylan Gabriel up. Take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog, I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog, I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless, yeah, I'ma go hard regardless, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did, yeah. Renting my check, I rent on my bag, I did what I did,
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. How y'all feeling today? Doing a quick sound check on my end. I'm about 10 seconds ahead, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it goes. Make sure the sound is sounding right. All right, there we go. The sound check is good. Sound check is complete. Hit the like button on the way in, everybody. Hit the like button on the way in, y'all. Hit that like button on the way in. Got a great show for y'all today. Let me get this right. There we go. How y'all feeling today? We are in full on fake news. We are in full on fake news mode. So, people gonna do what they do. We gonna let them do what they do. C Brown Run says sick. C Brown Run, I almost had to call off. Almost didn't make it today. The Cavs had me sick to my stomach. Princess Premier, Zedric, Toolman, they said, hey, you got to show up to work. They said, you can't be out here talking about you sick. You got to show up. So we here. Y'all know. Tough loss. Tough loss for the Cavs last night. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to Pressure Room Breakdown. Shout out to Pressure Room Breakdown. Highlighted me on his channel during his last video. We're going to get to how things were a year ago at this time. So we're going to get to it, y'all. We're going to get to it. Hopefully y'all are ready. As I'm going through and greeting everybody, like y'all know, only I can hit that like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Let's go. And if you're not subscribed and you want to be a part of the chat, hit that subscribe button so you can let your voice be heard. Let's go. Let's get it. First one in the box. We got Selmo Fudd. Good morning, D. First in the box. What's going on, Selmo Fudd?
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woo, woo. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woo, woo. Here we go, Brownies.
It's all about them Browns, everybody. It's all about them Browns. Don't let them get you sidetracked. Selmo Fudd. Also, I got your DM on X. I responded back to you. I'll work on that for you. Give me a couple days. I'll get it back to you. What's going on? Black Pearl, top of the morning, everybody. Happy hump day. What's going on, Black Pearl? What's going on? We got Ivy League Mac in the building. Good morning, D and family. What's going on, Ivy League Mac?
We do not care.
Hey, it's going to be a lot of that today. We do not care. Good morning, Charmaine, hardest working woman in Ohio. What's going on, Charmaine? Zedric in the building. Good morning, good people. What's going on, Zedric, my dog?
You stupid.
Let's go. We need this one today.
Nah, I just didn't care. And I said what I said. I'm not gonna say it again, but I just don't care.
Yeah. I said what I said. I just don't care. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing nobody as I go through. CO7-111. What's going on? Good morning, all. Hope everyone is protecting their peace. CO7-111. Please say that again. Protect yourself, everybody. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Phaedra is back. Good morning, D. I'm back. Glad to have you back, Phaedra. Glad you're able to type in the chat. You participate. I saw your comment. Wanted to make sure you can enjoy yourself here. Glad to have you back. Welcome back, Phaedra. Buenos dias, D and family. Brent, what's going on? Good morning to you, man. Good morning to you. Hey, I like that. Let me hit the screenshot on that one. Oh, that's you just sparked something in my brain right there, Selmo Fudd. Another one for you, D. Munkenstein. He in the lab working on stellar plays for the Dog Pound. Hey, I like that. I like that so much I had to grab that. So shout out to Selmo Fudd dropping another one. I like that. We not worried about a thing. Hope all is well. Hey, yeah, hope y'all feeling good. Don't worry about nothing. Don't worry about nothing. Marvin Woodbury, good morning, family. Texarkana in the house. I always want to mess it up. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Marvin Woodbury. What's going on? What's going on? You know what it is? You know those moments where you overthink it because you don't want to make a mistake, and then that's when you make the mistake because you're overthinking it? That's what I do sometimes when I say Texarkana. So what's going on, Marvin Woodbury? Keith Hunt, Jersey in the building. Good morning, family. Hashtag New Cleveland. What's going on, Keith Hunt? To all the Cleveland media clickbaiter. I see. I'm so used to. I'm reading how you wrote it on Monday. To all the Cleveland media clickbait propagandists, we do not care. Talk to them. Say it again. We do not care.
We do not care.
C. Brown Run. I mentioned it earlier. I'm right there with you. Good morning, but I am sick too after what happened with Kenny Atkinson and the Cavs. We're gonna get to it. We'll get to it. Almost, hey, I almost had to put in some sick time on y'all. I almost had to put in some tick time. Y'all have been looking for the stream. You would have looked up. It was unavailable due to sickness. I'm telling you, I was sick last night. Sick. Today is a good day. Definitely a good day, Marvin Woodbury. Definitely a good day. Playing the source game. Yeah, man. They're not going to get me with the source game. They're not going to get me. They got me last year with the source game. It ain't going to work this year. You got to run a new play. You got to run a new play. They couldn't buy a bucket for the first 7 minutes of the fourth quarter. Man, oh, man. It was bad. It was bad. Man, we're going to get to Kenny. We're going to get to Kenny. We're going to get to Kenny. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. There's a lot of Miles trade rumors. I'm listening. Yeah, with the Miles stuff, man, I'll just wait and see. Andrew Berry said, look, they're not looking to trade him. They want Miles to be here for his career. I'm going to take him at his word until I can't. So that's how a lot of stuff, man, I'm going to just let it play out. Y'all see it. Let it all work out. That's that Lil Wayne song. Let it all work out. That's what I'm doing. I'm letting it all work out. I'm letting it all work out. Not going to every report, every story, every source. I'm not going to give him energy. I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. If I don't like your normal takes on football, why I'm going to listen to your takes when you say you got sources? Not this guy, not me. If you or anybody you are closely aligned to is already on the Summer Jam screen, you're not getting a reaction out of me. No, sir. No, sir. No way. Pressure Room Breakdown, spreading the love, raising tides. Shout out to Pressure Room Breakdown. We're going to highlight that later on in the stream. We're getting to a point where it's a certain question that needs to be asked. We're definitely going to get to that later on the stream. Shout out to Pressure Room Breakdown. I told y'all, man, I like Pressure Room Breakdown. I think he has a limitless opportunity in the lane that he's in because the amount of patience he has to break it down, not get caught up in the questions, but get caught up or focus on the meaning behind the questions, I think it's just special because a lot of people just get caught up on the question or who asked the question or get caught up on the person. He can work past that with his breakdowns, which I think are really, really good. Really good. Really good. Wait, did I miss you, Ms. Brown? Good morning, Ms. Brown. Good morning, Ms. Brown. Hopefully I didn't miss you. Good morning, Ms. Brown. You're not worried about a thing. They're hyping up Derek so they can trade him. Yeah, I'm just letting this stuff play out, y'all. I'm just letting this stuff play out. I will also say this. I know that I've noticed more people calling Deshaun Derek because that's his first name. I will just say this. For me, to me, people are doing that as a form of disrespect. I'm not saying you're doing that as a form of disrespect, Ms. Brown. I'm saying that I believe content creators are doing it as a form of disrespect. If he goes by Deshaun, I'm going to call him Deshaun. And the reason why I'll do that is because just because it's a player that I don't believe in on the football field, I'm not going to take every opportunity to try to disrespect him. So I'm going to call him Deshaun because he goes by Deshaun. Of course, I saw it before when people were calling him Derek. I know that's his name. But if he goes by Deshaun, I'm going to call him Deshaun. I'm going to I'm going to remember that these are human beings regardless of how I feel about them on the football field. And I know some people are doing that. I know it's a hot thing, but I would just say, people, be careful. Because if you're not mindful, you will turn into the thing you despise. And if we just went through all these people putting all these tags, titles, labels on Shedeur last year, and we all pushed back on it, then now this year, how can we turn into the people who are now going to disrespect somebody? So I've been seeing more and more content creators do that. I'm not going to play the game because I have a philosophy with how I do things. I draw a line in the sand. I don't dance in the gray. So if he goes by Deshaun, I'm going to call him Deshaun. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. That's not to you, Miss Brown. That was more to the content creators because I'm seeing a lot more of it. I'm seeing a lot more of it. A lot more of it. I thought you was really sick, C Brown Run. Oh, hey, I was sick last night. I was sick. C Brown Run, I was sick. I was sick. I ain't never seen G Bush upset like he was last night. I didn't see G Bush last night, but I just know that watching that game, I just saw it slipping away, and I was looking for adjustments. I was looking for change, and I just didn't see it. And I'm like, then I watched the post-game press conference, and he was saying, I wanted to hold on to the timeouts, and then he ended the game with 2 timeouts. I mean, we got a good shot off at the end of regulation, but it's just, I'm looking at this and like, when are you going to move off of those 2 bigs when the offense stalls? You don't need 2 bigs on the floor versus the Knicks. You need the ability to be able to switch. If they're going to attack James Harden, you need everybody to stay home and let Jalen Brunson attack James Harden because you can't hide him. On offense, you have to score. All the Cavs had to do to win that game was trade buckets. If they just would have traded buckets, they would have won the game. But so many people focus on the defensive end, but forgetting they couldn't buy a bucket. You have to be able to score. All they had to do was match buckets, they win this game. So we're going to get to more of it. We're going to get to more of it. We're going to get to more of it. Donnie Kings tapping in from the Netherlands. What up, D? How is everyone doing? What's going on, Donnie King? You made it live. You made it live. I see you missed a couple of them, but glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. R Jizzle, what's going on? Good morning. Chat room and off the record D. R Jizzle, what's going on? R Jizzle, you predicted something and you were correct. When I showed the clip the other day from Kevin Stefanski speaking on Colorado sending people to meet with the Browns last year in Berea, you said, man, they gonna steal this. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. You ain't lied, man. It's the wild, wild west. People will just steal your clip. They'll cut you out of it, and then they got the nerve to put a watermark on it like it was theirs. Hey. What you gonna do, man? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, man? What you gonna do? You were right, R Jizzle. You were right. You were right. Miles, haven't even spoken to Todd Father. He wanted Schwartz. Rumor is he wants out of Cleveland again. His value is highest now. He's getting married, so it's downhill from here. Nah, don't put that on him, Brett. I'm gonna let it play out, man. I'm gonna let it play out. I think it's easy for us to fill in the box of stories and narratives that we want to tie to things, and I just think you really got to be careful with that. I'll give you an example. Do y'all remember everybody was saying, oh, Mary Kay, she's getting her information from D. Haslam? Do y'all remember people were saying that a couple weeks ago? And I was like, where are they getting this from? And then everybody was spreading it. Then Skip Bayless was saying it. Then other people started saying it. Have y'all noticed we haven't heard that? Do y'all know why we haven't heard anybody say anything about that? Because D. Haslam is having some health issues. And people wanted to tie the content creator, MK, to her so they can try to find answers. Only to find out that D. Haslam is having health issues right now. And then everybody to just act like they weren't saying that 3 weeks ago. Sometimes, if you don't understand something, just let it play out instead of trying to fill in the lines. I remember Chadwick Boseman was sick. They teased him on IG. Oh, you losing weight. Oh, you looking different. Not knowing he's battling cancer. He passed away shortly after that. And then everybody is putting RIP. So I know that sometimes something could be your main focus. And in pursuit of answers, you start trying to string stuff together and tie things together. But people are still living life every day outside of this. So I didn't want to play that D Haslam game when it happened. And I noticed that a lot of people who were playing that D Haslam game, they haven't brought it back up. So when it comes to tying a bunch of stories together, I'm not gonna do it. That's not how I roll. That's not how I rock. So I would just say, be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Tika, what's going on? Good morning. How you feeling?
I don't think he went to school nowhere. If he went to school, he didn't learn nothing.
He didn't learn nothing. What's going on, Keith Mathis? Yo, what's good, family? Happy Wednesday. Keith Mathis, what's going on? How you feeling today? How you feeling?
45-47.
45-47. People want Shedeur to be perfect. Now they're grading his short yard pass looks. Man. Hey. Year 2 will not be like year 1. They got me to focus on all these things that I just won't focus on this year, man. I ain't gonna focus on it. I'm just let this thing play out. If you are looking for somebody to break down how Shedeur looks in OTAs, I'll just let you know. I'll let the cat out the bag. I'm not about to do that. I'm not going to be looking at this pick versus that pick, this throw versus that throw. I'm not going to spend my stream talking about those passes. I'm not going to do it. So unfortunately, if that was something you were looking forward to this stream, the cat is out the bag. I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna fall for it. They got me last year. They're not gonna get me this year. Todd Father said that they spoke with each other on the phone multiple times. I do remember saying they text or something. I can't remember the form of communication, but I believe they did communicate. So I believe you are right about that. Dr. Cloud Marshall, good morning. Morning to the best content analysts and hello to all. I thought the Deshaun Watson trade was meant to be. Why? Deshaun's setback has allowed for a selection of Shedeur and his rise to stardom. Hey, shout out to Shanithia. She's been saying this. Shedeur playing cover for a whole lot of people. Shedeur playing cover for rookies who didn't perform at times last year. Shedeur playing cover for Deshaun Watson and everything that he had going on when he got to Cleveland. So, hey, Shedeur, he better have a whole bunch of gifts under his Christmas tree later on this year because he is taking the heat off a lot of people. A lot of them. So what's going on, Dr. Clyde Marshall? What's going on? What is going on? Shanithia, what's going on?
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Come to Off the Record D, where we going to read your super chats. Your voice is going to be heard. What is going on, Shanithia? Good morning, fam. I will be in and out today. We're going to be here. Then you know we're going to have a replay for you. What is going on? Shanithia, glad to have you. A.M. Williams, good morning. Good morning, D in chat. Happy hump day. What's going on, A.M. Williams? What is going on? Yeah, I saw that Arjizzle shaking my head. They're saying he throws ducks. They said the same thing last year. They said that it was pro day. Man, I can't give it life. I can't give it life. They ain't out there. Plus, you don't need to throw a 5-yard fastball. If you listen to the Todd Father, he said they're trying to work with Taylor Green to take some off of his short throws. So you want to make it easier on the receiver, the running back, the tight end, so they can catch it. So, man, I these people who want to turn this into something, hey, man, feel free. Do whatever you do. It ain't going to work on me, though. He's known to take steam off of passes. Yes, so his passes are more catchable. So it's just people don't know. Not with the Coming to America. If his mama call him Cassius, I'ma call him Cassius. Not the Coming to America. Shout out to you, Shanithia. Shout out to you. Exactly. Who cares how it looks? All that matters is that it gets to where it's supposed to go. That's a fact. The ball got there on time still at that. It didn't affect it getting the case to KC's cans. That's a fact. Goofy coach sitting up there smiling. C. Brown run, when he was smiling at the beginning of the presser, I was like, oh no. Because I had this feeling when I watched JB Bickerstaff and I watched him speak on not really say how bad it was, how they blew a lead, him more focusing on that one call. And I was like, dang. That's not how where I would want my focus at for my coach. When he was up there smiling, saying we played good for 3 quarters and fourth quarter, I was like, I don't like this look. I don't like this look. I don't like it. Should have been talking ish about my Pacers. Hey, I was giving your Pacers props. I was giving them props. Now the Fever, when the Fever played the Las Vegas Aces, that's a different story. Let them know, Big Dog. Yeah, y'all know I just got to let y'all know where I stand. Y'all know that. Kept the worst defender on the island. See, I don't mind if James Harden is on the island. I don't mind that. They're in the playoffs. Smart teams are going to attack, especially when you have good ISO players. Do the same thing to Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson not the best defender. Seek out matchups. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do the same thing back to them that they're doing to you because Jalen Brunson not the best defender. So I wouldn't want them. I'd rather Jalen Brunson blow bash James Harden for a 2 than Jalen Brunson collapse and then they kicking it to wide open 3s. That's not what I want. I saw that D. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, they're not gonna get me. KC, what's going on? Good morning, D and the chat family. What's going on, KC? What's going on? I like Watson. I just don't think he's better than Shedeur. I agree. She's battling cancer. Arjizzle, she is. D Haslam is. And that's why I said you just got to be careful with going through and trying to tie connect the dots on stuff that you probably don't know what's going on, because now it looks silly for the people who are going out there trying to tie those things together. Because when it's reported that you are battling cancer, that's not when it started. If you've ever had anybody close to you deal with any health issue like that, it doesn't start the day that y'all tell the rest of the family. That's not when it started. It started before that. So I'm just careful with stuff like that. I've lived enough life to know that in pursuit of answers, I'm not willing to just throw rocks at anybody. I'm not willing to do that. So that's how I'll take it. Craig, what's going on? Good morning, D in chat. What's going on, Craig? What's going on? Those Cavs can take the Knicks, and you will see the next few games. Man, Selmo Fudd, I need that energy. I need that positivity, because let me tell you, last night I was staring at the screen. I was about to say I ain't going to make it on the stream, and I need that positivity. I'm not going to lie to you. I need that positivity. That was a tough loss. Those type of losses can determine what your team is made of, and they're hard to bounce back from mentally. So, hey, I need that positivity, Selmo Fudd. I need it. I ain't going to run from it. I understand your perspective, but it's not disrespectful to call someone the name his mother gave him. If you call him bum, that's disrespectful. I disagree with you, and I'll tell you why I disagree with you. I'll tell you why. If a person uses a different name to protect their family, and they don't use that name because it's protecting their family who is not a public figure, and you go call that person that name and expose the family name, which then in turn puts his family at risk that he was protecting, that would be disrespectful. If my entire career I went by Deshaun and then you start to call me Derek, that's disrespectful. It's not the name he goes by. Now, I'm going to take it to an uncomfortable spot, because you got to take it to an uncomfortable spot to really prove the point so we could just nip it in the bud. I'm going to take it to a very uncomfortable spot. Very uncomfortable spot. Let me know if you want to go there. Let me know if you want to go there. What do you call Muhammad Ali? What do you call Muhammad Ali? What did he say when he said his name is Muhammad Ali? What do you call him? Do you say to Muhammad Ali like they tried to? Say, I'm going to call you Cassius Clay because that's what your mama named you? Or did they show him respect and call him the name that he said was his name? I'm going to take it uncomfortable because this is what happens. People set the bar at the people that they don't care for. I was saying this a year ago. People set the bar with people they don't care for. So since people don't care for Deshaun Watson, whether it's off the field or on the field reasons, they set the bar for how they speak to him and how they're willing to disrespect him. I'm not going to do that, regardless if I think he's good or bad on the football field. Why do companies have pronouns? Go to your job, intentionally call somebody the opposite of what their pronoun is, and let me know what HR says to you. Let me know. And then I want you to tell them it's not disrespectful. Your parents said this your pronoun. Look, just because other people play with disrespect, I don't play with disrespect. Even if it's a person who I don't believe in as a player, I don't play that game. Nobody did this. Did you do this to Muhammad Ali? Or when I play Muhammad Ali clips, do you call him Muhammad Ali? Or do you comment and say that's Cassius Clay because that's what his mama named him? I'm just asking. If you want somebody to hold this level of respect for a person that you care about, how do you not offer that same human respect to a person that you might not believe in? Are they not a human? Come on, man. We can always go to the next level of the conversation. It's disrespectful. If you would not do that at your place of employment, why is it okay to do it online? Hey, man, it's disrespectful. Period. It's disrespectful. When people call Shedeur all of these things that he wasn't, everybody was up in arms a year ago. When they said Shedeur was behind, everybody was up in arms. When they said Shedeur's cadence was off, everybody was up in arms. People defend it because they believe in Shedeur. They'll accept it because it's Deshaun and they don't care for Deshaun. I can't go for that. I can't go for that. I can't go for it. I can't go for it. Chadwick still a sore spot for me. Yeah, that was not, it was not okay how people were there clowning him on the internet and then they had to go back and apologize and say sorry and all this stuff. Like, no. No. It's certain stuff I don't play with. And I'll make it clear if it's something I don't play with. I don't play with just disrespecting people intentionally because it's not somebody you care for. Because I believe that if you disrespect somebody, you open the door for them to respond how they see fit. And I don't just hold that when I'm talking about Shedeur, Shiloh, or people who I'm fond of. I hold that same rule for people who I might not be fond of as a football player. If you go, I'll even pull up the clip for y'all because I've been saying this. This is my stance. I hold this stance. I said this about Adam the Bull over a year ago. That's not what I play. With Miles, there isn't much substance there yet. Let it play out till preseason. We will see if there's smoke or fake news soon after. That's what I'm talking about too, man. That's what I'm talking about. One of my main systems is down. I feel like logging off for today. Man. I wish. There goes my soundbite. Which one you like? You like the buzzer? We just buried my sister who lost a battle with cancer. RIP to your sister. You don't know what people are dealing with in their personal life. Or Jizzle, I agree. That's why certain lines I'm not going to play with. Just to try to find a football answer, I'm going to put somebody's personal life out here. I don't play that game. I don't play that. I just turned off once they start talking that ish. Yeah, that's I'm not cool with that. The one thing Skip is going to do is form his own narrative. Coach Prime said they lied. Skip, he didn't do well with interview. Haslam, Shedeur was my pick. Skip, Haslam pick Shedeur. Facts. I let that last year let it play out. Yeah, you gotta let it play out. It's not his nickname. It's his middle name. It's a difference. It's not a nickname though. It's in pursuit of being disrespectful. Oh, you ain't earned nothing. In pursuit of, that's not his nickname. That's not his nickname. No can do, big dog. Facts. Definitely sending love and prayers to R Jizzle and his family. It's a different look from losing weight, from being healthy, and from sickness. I agree with that. They knew exactly what they were doing by calling him Derek. I agree with that. I call him Muhammad Ali because he changed his name. Not calling someone by their nickname is not disrespectful to me. What's his full name? What's his full name? What's his full name, Ivy League Mac? What's his full name? What's his full name? What's his full name? What is his full name? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. I don't get up here and just, say things for the sake of saying them. So I'll just show you, because I know that people are being disrespectful to him. So here you go. Deshaun Watson's real birth name is Derek Deshaun Watson. That is not a nickname. That's not a nickname. I'm not just telling you something for the sake of saying it to you. That's not a nickname. That is his full name. That is a difference. A nickname would be something they gave you that your family might call you. You using your middle name instead of your first name is not a nickname. There's a distinction. I don't say stuff just to say it. I'm not just talking out the side of my neck. It's a difference. There's a difference. There is a material difference between proper nouns, pronouns, and nicknames. Well, let me know which one I just showed you. Ivy League Mac. Which one did I just show you? Did I show you a pronoun, a proper name, or a nickname? Which one? Talk to me. Let me know.
I don't think he went to school nowhere. If he went to school, he didn't learn nothing.
That's the one. Yeah, that's Tika's. That's her intro. That's a really good one. Classic. When news breaks, you have to wait a few days to see if it sticks or if it's just smoke. I agree with that. I was confused about the Derek thing. I'm only here for Shedeur, so I don't know the full history, but it's not about on-field disrespect, in my opinion. Yeah, it's people do some slick stuff. They do it right in front of you to make it seem like it's okay. I noticed that trend just came back. It's his full name. I know his full name. It's disrespectful. It seems like a false equivalency to compare Shedeur and Deshaun. Are people allowed to not respect him for their own reasons? I just stick to comparing them on the football field and actual live games. That's why I don't get too much into what happens with them in practice. I understand, because my real name I can't stand at, and people call me my nickname, that is Francis, because I hate my real name. I usually don't even answer about my real name. We are humans. Sometimes I think people forget that we are humans who deal with similar situations, and so you understand it from your perspective, and I know people understand it when you just explained it, Ms. Brown. That's why the people who do this little slick stuff, I don't go for that, because then if people start coming back after you disrespected them, then you just stuck out here. So Very long open. Let's get this thing going. Let's get it going. Let's get to it. I don't play about disrespect though. That's where I draw the line. I don't play about that. So they're running the same playbook. The content creators are running the same playbook that they ran last year. It's not going to work on me. It's not going to work on me. And I had to take it back. Y'all know Denzel, my favorite actor. He is going to explain about fake news. Talk to him, Denzel.
There's been a lot of buzz about this fake news. You were the subject of a fake news story.
Oh yeah, what they say? I was running for president. No, I voted. No, what they say?
You switched your support.
I switched. Yeah.
What do you make of all the fake news? Did it affect
If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed.
So what do you do?
That's a great question. What is the long-term effect of too much information? One of the effects is the need to be first, not even to be true anymore. So what a responsibility you all have to tell the truth, not just to be first, but to tell the truth. We live in a society now where it's just first. Who cares? Get it out there. We don't care who it hurts. We don't care who we destroy. We don't care if it's true. Just say it, sell it. Anything you practice, you'll get good at, including BS.
You told me last
Denzel dropping bars. People they just want to put it out there. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care who it harms. They don't care if it's real. They just want to be first. We have a responsibility. I know he's talking to the media there, but if you get up on a podcast and you have an audience of people who listen to you, then I believe you also have a responsibility to be careful, or not careful, that's the wrong word. Be mindful of what you put out there. Be mindful of what you put out there. All right. If y'all know with certain lines I won't cross, and that's because I'm mindful of what I put out there. And disrespecting people, that's not a line that I really play with. If you need to hear it back, we'll run it back. Talk to him again. Talk to him.
What do you make of all the fake news? Did it affect
If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed.
So what do you do?
That's a great question. What is the long-term effect of too much information? One of the effects is the need to be first, not even to be true anymore. So what a responsibility you all have to tell the truth, not just to be first, but to tell the truth. We live in a society now where it's just first. Who cares? Get it out there. We don't care who it hurts. We don't care who we destroy. We don't care if it's true. Just say it, sell it. Anything you practice, you'll get good at, including BS.
Talk to him. Funny enough, this is from 2016. It sounded like he said this a week ago. This is from 2016. This is when they were promoting the movie Fences. So I believe when you say things, I believe when you say powerful things, they are timeless. And this message from Denzel Washington is timeless. So I like that. Talk that talk, Denzel. Truth. That's a fact. People know that and still fall for it. I agree. Base. That even goes for sharing said content. Zedric taking that next step. Zedric. Now that's why certain content creators I will not share. I won't even say their name. I'm not trying to add them to the algorithm. I'm not trying to add them to the algorithm. I'm not trying to. So let's keep this thing pushing forward. We got this is why we were sick today. We got the Cavs giving up a 22-point lead in the fourth quarter, not being able to score. One thing I'm just going to show y'all is, man, he said the starters and everybody was gassed. Okay. Well, you had Ellis sitting on the bench. He's a better defender. You had Schroeder, who played 18 minutes. Max Strus, Sam Merrill, guys who can space the floor. All your guys who can space the floor and play better defense, you had them on the bench. So you wasn't going to get more additional rest. Once you went to Game 7, you had a game on Tuesday, regardless of what you did. So it's just excuses. Let's get to Kenny speaking on this. I just want to let y'all know, man, I did not like how he just – man, you just gave up the biggest lead in, I think it's Eastern Conference Finals history in the fourth quarter. And, man, you up here smiling and giggling. Man, I can't go for that.
Joe, you have a resilient group.
Yeah.
That seemed like a tough one.
It's a tough one. You know, I thought they hit some really tough shots in that fourth quarter. You know, those 2 threes, prayer threes, end of shot clock. I think we got a little unlucky, quite honestly. You know, Brunson obviously took over at the end, and you know, we started double teaming them and try to do some different things. But listen, I'm super proud of the way our group played. We played great basketball tonight for, you know, 3 quarters. You know, unfortunately, fourth quarter, you know, they dominated us in the fourth quarter. You know.
What do you think happened when you guys had the ball in the fourth?
When we had the ball, what are you saying, offensively? Yeah, you know, if my only
if Jalen Brunson is torching your team to that degree, you got 2 things you can do. You can say, you know what, as long as they're not getting 3s, they're getting 2s, we don't mind if he is torching James Harden. Or you can say, you know what, not sitting a double, trap him. Trap him, get the ball out of his hands when it's about 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Make it so somebody else has to make a play to defeat you. It's other things you could do defensively. For whatever reason, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. What adjustments are you going to make? A team goes and scores that many points in a row. You can't score. So you didn't make any adjustments to play defense. You didn't make any adjustments to score the ball. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Just what you doing, coach? What you doing, coach? My name is Craig, and that's what I go by, so don't disrespect me by calling me anything else. I think it's simple. If I was Harden, I'd be mad he didn't pull me when I was outmatched at their gas. Should have been on top of rotations. Yeah, he had an opportunity to sub some guys in early in the fourth quarter, get him some rest. You just didn't know in the game that they were going to be gassed. You knew you just played 2 7-game series. You knew you just finished emotionally draining series 2 days prior. So going into it, you should have thought about giving guys more minutes and giving guys more rest throughout the game. So that's poor game plan. Poor game plan. His whole demeanor just makes me feel like he doesn't care. You know what I get? I think he cares. I don't know if he has the answers. You know, like when a person, they try to play nonchalant because they don't really know what to do. To me, this is somebody playing nonchalant because he doesn't know what to do. Not that he doesn't care. I think he cares, but I don't think he has the answers. That's what I think. I think he don't got the education.
Relax. You ain't got the answers. I'm asking you a question. Been doing the education.
He ain't been doing the education. I heard he had timeouts. Why didn't he use them? We ended regulation with 2 timeouts. 2 timeouts. We ended regulation. 2 timeouts. I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. It was crazy. I'm just saying a lot of the negativity gets spread because one supporter shares it when we really don't need to see it, giving them the attention they're asking for. I agree with that. That's why I stopped showing the people who do it for attention and clicks and all that stuff. And I even stopped saying their names. I'm not going to add their name to the algorithm. I ain't going to do it. I blame the coach, but could a player have intentionally fouled him to get him to sub out, or did it just all happen too fast to register that they needed to disrupt the steamroll? It's on the coach first to identify what's happening. The player is supposed to be out there and try to defend. To me, I think it's easy to focus on James Harden and his defense, but I would ask you this. Is James Harden known for defense? He's been in the league like 17 years. He wasn't a defender when he just hit 30 years old. So he's not magically going to become a defender now. So James Harden is who he is. So that's on the coach to make adjustments. That's on the coach to stop the run. That's the coach to look for an answer. So that's on the coach. Shaq played his whole career. He never really got better at free throws. You know that's just one of the things he wasn't good at. Nobody gets mad when he was missing free throws at the end of games because they know he's not good at it. I'm not mad that James Harden is getting blown by because James Harden wasn't the best on-ball defender ever in his career. So I'm not expecting him to get older and then be a better on-ball defender. It's not happening. Also, why did it seem like the hot hand Spider didn't touch the ball much in the fourth quarter OT? It's because they don't really run sets and they don't really slow down and run sets to get a certain player the ball. They just let guys go up there and try to create a play, which if you're going to do that and play ISO ball and put the decision on the player, you got to put more shooters out there to space the floor. This is a spacing issue when you have guys who you don't have to be within 4 feet of them. It just doesn't work. So there's some other stuff he could have did. He just not getting to it.
Regret, and this, this can happen when you get a little fatigued. I think it just stopped moving. I mean, we were pinging the ball all over the place, great ball movement, and then it just got a little stagnant. And I told the guys, I said, we played great basketball the majority of the game. Just the ball stuck at the end there a little bit. Got to keep trusting pass, and then, but I'd also say we got a ton of great looks that didn't go in. So, we'll look at it. I think decisions got to be better. Especially when we get fatigued. Sometimes we tend to want to, put our heads down too much. Just got to find the open guy.
So if you were seeing guys get fatigued and you were seeing the ball sticking, what adjustment did you make? Like, are you going to say, let's put another ball handler in? Some of the Cavs' best flowing offense is when they have 3 people who can bring the ball up court. And I'm not talking about Evan Mobley bringing the ball up court. I'm talking about if they got Shedeur in, if they got Ellis in, if they got Strus in, if they got Sam Merrill in. You need more guys who can bring the ball up court. Jordan Tyson, like more guys who can bring the ball up court, then that's when they do better. Just having 2 guys who can bring the ball up court who are, you're saying they're fatigued, and then just leaving them out there to try to figure it out. What are we doing? What are we doing? I agree. I was just wondering if that ever happens because the stakes are so huge. The audience saw it happen in Team Etiquette as well. Like Spider directing the changes if coach is failing. It's kind of hard in the moment because you're kind of thinking about the responsibilities you have going on. You're not really – it takes a really special player to adapt on the fly in the moment. Really special player. Really special player. I mean, because if you look at it that way, then during the run, when they got it down to 14, one of the players just would have called a timeout. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're just in the moment, and it takes a really special player to almost see it like a player coach. It's just not a lot of guys who are able to do that. And that's not a knock. It's just a very special player is able to do that. But most guys aren't able to do that. I'm just sick and tired of waking up and being the butt end of everyone's jokes. Oh, C. Brown run? I get it. I understand. This is a game they should have won. They definitely should have won this one. They should have won this one. Tessa, what's going on?
Well.
We got to see some changes in the next game. Let's keep this thing moving forward. That's enough of Kenny Atkinson. Kenny Atkinson got to do better, make some adjustments on the fly, play more guys. This series is every other day, so you don't have time to say guys are fatigued. If they're fatigued in game 1, they're going to be fatigued 2 days later in game 2 because they're not stacking any rest. So you're going to have to play more guys. You're going to have to space out the minutes. You're going to have to do something to help build in some rest. It's what you need to do as a coach. Fix it. Fix it, Kenny. Fix it. Let's get some throwback action here. Throwback action. So this is from one of my first streams when I used to stream a year ago. First started streaming a year ago, I should say. Let me say that correctly. What did Smokey tell Miss Janet Jackson when she got out of the car asking for what she could do for him? That's the answer to Atkinson's statement. Dang, Smokey, you talking about when they put the chick in the car who he didn't want to talk to? You talking about that time? I gotta fix this on screen. Let me fix this. Let's go up. I don't even remember what Smokey said, but I remember he like, man, my mama don't like a lot of people in the car when I'm picking her up. Let's fix this. Let's go. Here. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's all good, Ivy League Mac. It's all good. I just knew that some people were doing it from a disrespectful place. It's all good. It's all good. No hard feelings. It's all good. Does anyone buy into the scripted narrative? I always thought it was far-fetched, but did someone bet on something that just seems nonsensical? So nonsensical. Nah, I don't believe the scripted narrative. I think it's convenient when people want to try to find answers. So I don't believe that. A year ago, I had a question, and this is from March 15, 2025, and this was my question. We're going to start off with this clip. This recently happened. This is I just read your answer. Oh, shucks. You right, Zetcher. Oh, you right. Hey, shout out to you. Going semi-viral, but this is a perfect example of what I mean when I say entertainment or analysis. After this clip right here we're going to watch, you're going to see that we're going to have to throw some people directly into the bucket of entertainment, even though they might have a gold jacket. They might be Hall of Fame. They might have, they might be top 20 players, top 50 player all time in their respective field. If they're not putting in the work, if they're not watching the games, if they're not studying the tape, they're entertainment. Because a lot of times you'll hear they are blowing air. Let's get it.
That can consistently play at their own pace and put up numbers. It's a great player. I like the way he's playing. I like what Chauncey's doing. Those guys play hard. My favorite player on that team is Isaiah Stewart. Big body, hard guy. Like to knock people out, push people
I can't
around.
let this go. Like who? Who's doing it? You said Chauncey?
Chauncey's the coach, right?
Okay.
Portland. No.
I was like, I can't let this go.
JB Bickerstaff. That's what I mean. Hey, first of all, I don't watch the trade. How about that? Boo-boo.
I saw this happen in real time. The volume is too low there. Let me see. Let me turn that up for y'all. Shaq was saying that he was talking about a team that he doesn't watch. He was like, I don't watch them. Let me go back just a little bit so y'all can see the point of it. Games, if they're not studying the tape, they're entertainment. Because a lot of times you'll hear they are blowing air. Let's get it.
That can consistently play at their own pace and put up numbers. It's a great player. I like the way he's playing. I like what Chauncey's doing. Those guys play hard. My favorite player on that team is Isaiah Stewart. Big body, hard guy. Like to knock people out, push people around.
I can't let this go. Like who? Who's doing it? You said Chauncey?
Chauncey's the coach, right?
Okay.
Portland. No.
I was like, I can't let this go.
JB Bickerstaff. That's what I mean. Hey, first of all, I don't watch Detroit. How about that? Boo-boo.
So he is speaking on a team that he says I don't watch. At that moment, I was like, we can't begin analysis if you don't watch the team. We can't begin analysis. He don't watch the team. So I started seeing this a year ago. Let's get to where we were last year. OTAs. This is what we were talking about at OTAs. Shedeur stimulus package by speaking on Shedeur, but they don't want the backlash when they don't do things, when they don't report things that are clear and true and honest. And then they're going to plead with you. Yep. He was bragging about not watching a team that he was supposedly giving analysis on, which is crazy. At that moment, I realized, wait, people get up here and talk about this stuff and they don't even watch the team? Yep. That is what he was bragging about. Hey, keep watching, but sometimes we just got to disagree, basically. It's like, come on, man. So this is Cleveland Browns on Cleveland.com. This is Mary Kay Cabot and two other people. The two other people don't tend to get themselves in trouble with fans as much as Mary Kay Cabot does, because she just kind of make too many mistakes. But let's get to their video.
So I got caught up on a little bit of that.
All right, now, y'all know I'm gonna skip past what they talking about. Let's get back to when I was talking. Here we go. Tom Brady was available in the 5th round. They wouldn't have took him. So I'm flipping it on his head where they're saying, oh, they like Dylan Gabriel so much they took him first. But if they like him so much to take him first, you would never take another quarterback for a team that could use a bunch of different positions that weren't even addressed in the draft. We could have used another offensive lineman. We could have used a linebacker. We could have used a safety. So we could have used a receiver. So them taking another quarterback shows you that maybe they didn't believe in him as much. This was a year ago. So I'm taking y'all back. First, I wanted to show y'all how people commentate or give analysis on things when they don't watch it. Then this is around the time of OTAs last year when everybody was telling us that Dylan Gabriel was so much better than Shedeur. I'm taking y'all back to see that I'm not falling for the sources. I'm not falling for the stories. I'm not falling for the narratives that they put out here. I'm not even calling these people's names. They got me last year. They won't get me this year. I'm just going to let it play out. I'm going to let it play out. I'm going to let it straight play out. So I just want to take y'all back to that. I want to take y'all back to where stuff was a year ago and let y'all know that it was a lot of foolishness going on that we don't even have to worry about this year, or at least I'm not. Watch what you watch, but I'm not going to fall for it. Watch what you watch, but I'm not going to fall for it. I'm not going to be one of those people who falls for it. Not me. Shout out to Press Room Breakdown. So, keeping this thing moving forward, I just want to show y'all where it was last year. Just a gentle reminder that they were trying to sell us on Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and all those other people last year. So, I'm not falling for it. Let's see. All right, I got the volume. I fixed that for y'all. Yeah, that video that I did a year ago the volume was not the best, for sure. The volume was not the best. Let's see. Shaq got a whole turkey stuck in his neck with the way he talking. It's crazy. Nightcap falls into this category a lot. They just look at the stat sheet most of the time. You can tell when they watch, though. That is facts. And when I see they didn't watch, I was like, I can't get this nothing. I've been wondering something. Looking at videos dated in 2016, Dan has been there with the head content creator. Why hasn't he stepped out of that shadow? Some people enjoy consistency over taking risks. Some people enjoy consistency over taking risks. I'm a person that doesn't mind taking risks, going out there, being on my own, trying to figure things out. I know everybody wouldn't take the approach I take in times. So to me, he could just be a person who would prefer to have, a guaranteed situation versus branching out and doing something on his own. So that's kind of the only answer I can see from afar. D, now a 6th round pick, is automatically on the team. It's crazy because I remember they were saying Shedeur wasn't going to make the team. I remember they were saying that. They're like, he's not going to make the team. A 6th round pick, automatically on the team. Crazy. Again, I just want to know about the cameras on or not on the helmets. That is interesting because I believe the first time we saw them with cameras on the helmets, all 3 of them had cameras on the helmets. So they're not seeing Deshaun with the camera on the helmet, and then not every time they show it having the camera on the helmet. I don't know what the breakdown, or I'm not sure if they do it based on which period they're in and they really want to see it. So for instance, if you were in a 707, you don't really care too much about making sure his eyes in the right spot, but then you get to 1111, you might say, hey, I want to see if his eyes go to the right spot. I'm not sure. Straight up guessing. I'm just straight up guessing. So I'm not sure the breakdown on the helmets. I'm not sure. The Monk and Deshaun Watson hit it off did seem like an agent-led narrative and got other clients to circulate and repeat it. Yeah, because they said it came from his team, so that's why I was like, man, that's just words. I'm like, that's just words. I gave it very little time. It's just words. It didn't. It was nothing concrete. Nothing concrete. You see how that works. D, I watch Press Room Breakdown. It's good to watch and learn. Shedeur is a master in interviews. I totally agree with that, and I think that people are so used to seeing Shedeur handle himself so well in interviews that they see it as normal until you see somebody else in an interview, and then they don't handle it as well as Shedeur, and you like, dang, they kind of got you right there. And that's why I say, like, you got to appreciate people who are doing something well right in front of your face, because otherwise you'll miss it and you don't think about it till stuff don't look as good. Shedeur was on cut watch until Kenny got traded. Facts. I always just made a mental note of all the people who said Shedeur wasn't going to make the team. And I was just like, these people are going to be wrong. They're going to be wrong. They're going to be wrong. They was always moving the goalposts. They were. Let's get the press room breakdown, because he has a great question. And he actually titled his stream, When Journalism Becomes Content Creation. When journalism becomes content creation. Y'all know that this is something that I've been saying. They're content creators. They're not doing this as journalists. They are not holding the standards and all that stuff as journalists anymore. They're content creators. Press room breakdown agrees. Let's get to it.
Journalism gathers facts, verifies information, provides context, and informs the public. The public extends trust to journalism because people expect reporters to uncover the truth rather than shape it. I recently heard OffThaRecordDee make an observation that really stuck with me. He said that many of the people we consider journalists today appear to be behaving more like content creators. After thinking about that and reflecting on the results of our Browns rookie minicamp study, I think he's on to something. Here's a graphic that compares these two roles side by side. It's a simplified model, and in today's media environment, the lines are becoming increasingly blurred. There's nothing wrong with someone being both a journalist and a content creator. The real question is, what comes first? Informing the public or capturing attention?
He dropped a bar right there. Which one comes first? Which one comes first? I believe they are heavily focused on capturing attention. That's what I believe they're doing. I don't believe they're giving us just concrete, this is the story, not my opinion. The lines are blurred. The lines are blurred. The lines are blurred on which is which. The lines are blurred. They're blurred. He shouted you out. Yeah, he did. Shout out the press room breakdown. Let me speak to this for a second. So when I used to work in the service industry, one thing that we used to do as a bartender was you would go support the other bartenders. You would, when you get off work, and when y'all place closed for the night, you would go somewhere else and you would, support another bartender. And then in turn, they would come support you, and y'all would just support each other to make sure everybody was lifted up together. And that's kind of the approach that I believe Press Room Breakdown and I have done. So I've shouted out Press Room Breakdown a lot. He shouted me out a lot. And it's from a place of appreciating what somebody else does. And when you use their stuff, letting them know. Now, we joke about it. It used to get to me more. It doesn't really get to me now. But I believe people now take information from other content creators without citing their sources. And if they're cited their sources, then everybody will lift up. So, for instance, when people say, go collab with this content creator, I don't know if that's the best way for content creators to uplift each other. I believe a better way would be if you spark a thought with a content creator, after listening to them, you shout them out. So if Press Room Breakdown is like, dang, I heard OffThaRecordDee say this, I'm going to shout him out. I hear something or I see something Press Room Breakdown does, I shout him out. I believe that's the best way to uplift each other in this space if you truly care. When you are taking ideas from another content creator and they spark the thought with you and never shouting them out, man, that's plagiarism, y'all. Cite your sources. Cite your sources. If you watch something and I say access denied, you know where you got it from. If people start calling people content creators, you know where it came from. If people start saying the Todd Father, Selmo Fudd came up with it, we use it here. shout the people out that are influenced by you or you're influenced by. I believe that is the best way, because what happens is people will use things that you provide, rip it and say it's theirs, and act as if they didn't take it from you. When I showed the video on Monday of me playing Kevin Stefanski explaining how Colorado had already visited the Cleveland Browns last year, a lot of people said, I never seen this before. I never seen this. Zedrick was like, clip it. Marie like, clip it. Well, guess what? I put the clip out. Content creator on X ripped the clip and put their watermark on it. Instead of just saying, hey, I got this from OffThaRecordDee. That's the game we're in. That's the game we're in. That's the game we're in. I mean, I just laugh at it, but still, that's the game we're in. So when people speak this, we're all in this together, I'm all about this, and how are you all about uplifting the smaller content creators if you rip from the small content creators without shouting them out? Just questions, y'all. just questions. Just questions that I have. So, spread love. If you're gonna spread love, spread love. If you all about the content creator and us all raising the tide for everybody, shout the people out who you see stuff from. Shout the people out who you see stuff from. Like Press Room Breakdown did here, like I've done a bunch of times with Press Room Breakdown. It takes nothing from me to shout out Press Room Breakdown. It takes nothing from me to shout out somebody who puts a post in my Patreon and it sparks an idea for me to use on stream. It takes nothing. It's nothing. So I just be careful who you watch and what they do. Just be careful. But I like what Press Room Breakdown is doing. Y'all know I'm always going to shout him out. This was a good thing he did, a 2-part series really, where he broke down the type of questions that people were getting, and then also him grading it, making it into a chart, and then looking at the next step. Are these people journalists or are they content creators? So shout out to Press Room Breakdown. Definitely go check out this full video. This is called When Journalism Becomes Content Creation. Check him out. Shout out to Press Room Breakdown. Shout out to him. Let's catch up on the chat before we keep this thing moving forward. Where was that? I think I was about here. Exactly, and they're using rage bait model because they no longer have inside sources and they never have to be right, just reactions. That's it. Press Room Breakdowns with the charts. Yes, I like his charts a lot. It really, because then you can pause it, you can read through it. I like his stuff a lot. I'm gonna keep harping on this. That Shedeur needs to hire Rich Paul for his agent. A lot of stuff will at least be countered. How do you think Willis got his name out of there? I think Rich Paul is a really good agent. Really good agent, really good organization with Clutch Sports. I don't see any downside to it. I love Press Room Breakdowns. Yeah, his stuff is really good. Coach Prime keeps saying that he prepares them for this. Also, before the draft, he had Shedeur and Shiloh have draft interview training. G. Bush said the Prime told him that privately. It's part of the reason why on Monday's stream, I highlighted the fact that in the moment I said it was a lie. I was like, they're lying about the interviews. Last year, it wasn't that many people who was willing to call it a lie. I called it a lie a year ago because I saw the tactic they used. They wouldn't give you anything quantifiable, and I knew that then they could basically hide under the vagueness of their claims. So I called it out a year ago, say, hey man, they're lying. We now see that all these teams are recording their interactions with rookie or with potential players they might draft. So if they wanted to put all the narratives to bed from their side as a team, teams could have put it out. Teams, I called it out last year and said teams, they could show a reporter, let a reporter see the interactions. They never did any of those things because it was lies. It was lies. I saw it. I saw it. They made their choice. If it was journalism, it wouldn't just lean one way all the time. Talk to him, Zedrick. Talk to him. Not saying Paul is Willis' agent, but just that Willis had good representation. Shedeur got to stop playing the nice guy role when it comes to his career and representation. See, I can see them rooting. I can see. I'm sorry. I can see Rich Paul doing good because I believe he's a good agent. I believe Clutch Sports is really good. I think it also opens the door for other things. Like people say, oh, they're gonna send the black trucks, and then you got to stop talking about them. So I can see the positive in it. Also, I think Shedeur has handled this perfectly in my eyes, based on what he's faced. So I don't know if he could have handled it better. You had a coach that wouldn't say his name. So I mean, I appreciate how he handled it. That's why they know it was a lie. Shedeur was unprepared in draft meetings. They had him train for it. I knew it was a lie. I knew it was a lie from the beginning. I knew it was a lie. I was like, nah, you ain't gonna fool me. A lot of these content creators want the spotlight and are resentful that Shedeur content is the only way they can get it. I agree with that. Willis got Deshaun agent. I think it's his agent, Rosenhaus. Is it Rosenhaus? Casey saying, I agree. I agree. Yeah. If you claim to want to uplift content creators who are small, if you get an idea from them, highlight them. Just shout their name out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think Rich would be good too. Yeah, I believe in Rich Paul. I heard another content creator say on that side. I'm gonna tell y'all something funny. So this is not a diss, but this is to show that your reach is further than people think, even if you don't have a lot of subscribers. I got two stories for you. One, it's actually part of my intro where I say the Browns are setting Dylan Gabriel for failure. It's one of my most viral shorts that I did all last year. When that thing was on fire, I saw Gilbert Arenas do a podcast with him, Joy Taylor, and Josiah, and the title was, Are the Browns setting Dylan Gabriel for failure? I also gave an example that is full over here. When I start using this, stay on that side.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
I gave an example. I said, it's full over here. Security is out. They got the ropes out. They're not letting anybody else in. Stay on that side. I use that whole example. I used to say that a lot. Matt Barnes, when he was responding to Emmanuel Acho, he used that entire example the exact same way I used it. People then went on to say, hey, remember what Matt Barnes said? Maybe great minds think alike, or maybe he heard me say it. I don't know. So I now, if I was to take it personally every time, I would be losing focus. So now I just laugh at it because I'm like, dang, people don't even realize the stuff that is introduced and where it came from. Practice is apparently inside today because of rain. Unsure if that's legit yet. Let's see something. Let's check the weather. Let's do something real quick. A little pivot as we go through. Selmo Fudd, you outside? You can let us know the weather. Selmo Fudd, how's it looking in Cleveland? How is it looking in Cleveland today? Let's pull up Berea. Let's see what we got going on. Man, why the Weather Channel got all these ads on it? Okay. So this is in response to Zedric saying practice is apparently inside today because of rain. Unsure if that's legit. All right, we got the weather as of 11:51 in Berea, Ohio. Today is 54 degrees outside. You see the rain clouds. You see rain, cloudy, periods of light rain this morning. Cooler high, 54. So they got rain and wind. It's there. I don't think that's made up. I don't think it's made up. And then tonight it's cloudy. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. So I think it's true. We got rain. We got rain there. So it's a fact. All right, let's see. Where do I leave off at as we get this thing pushing forward? I think I was here. Not even an hour later. Yeah, you saw how quick they ripped that video. I can see G. Bush and Well Love joining forces. Probably work together. Probably collab. Whoa, wait. I'm way behind. Okay, let's catch this thing up. Yeah, I'm way behind. All right. I do think G. Bush has done a good job of uplifting this ecosystem of new black creators, which is why Cleveland media is mad at him. I'll just say, I believe everybody should shout out the people who spark thoughts with what they say. That's what I'll say about that. Everybody who is inspired or they spark a thought, big or small, if you're really about uplifting content creators, you should shout out the people who have sparked the ideas with you. Things that make you go, I'm picking up what you're putting down, D. Hey, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Shedeur is a QB, the face of the franchise, leader of a team. He can go out and be wilding out on reporters. Also, why engage in foolishness? I don't think our Jizzle is saying engage in foolishness. I believe our Jizzle is saying that, and he's had this stance for a while. He's saying Rich Paul will be able to combat some of the bad narratives that are out there. That's what I believe. That's what I believe our Jizzle is saying. Our Jizzle, if I misinterpreted what you're saying, let me know. But I believe that's what he's saying. I see your influence in all these content creators' streams. Hey, all I can do is laugh. But if you really about, uplifting all content creators, shout your boy out. I see it too, but I'm not going to mention names. Yeah, y'all don't got to mention names. Y'all don't got to mention names. Tiger 84, you got the eye of the tiger, taking it back. Akeem, what's going on? Nicole Lynn will be his agent if he went with Clutch. She handles the big NFL clients. Rich Paul handles NBA. I don't even know how much Rich Paul is day-to-day with NBA anymore. Nicole Lynn would potentially be his agent. They got a couple other guys that also handle clients in the NFL. But Nicole Lynn is the biggest name. Most notably, she is Jalen Hurts' agent. Also, she is Will Anderson's agent, who just signed that big contract this offseason. The B dude be going bar for bar. The B dude. Supposedly they won't show the tapes for legal purposes. I don't know about not showing the tapes, because that's why I said show them to a reporter. That's why I say show them to a reporter. I think it's super corny not to say where you got a term or saying from. Yeah, I try to shout people out as much as I can. It's kind of hard to watch their content when they start doing that. Yeah. D, tell them to cite their sources. Hey, cite your sources. Cite your sources like they used to tell you in school. Actually, that's funny you said that, Ivy League Mac. I was looking up something earlier today, and I was looking up, like, where did the history of, like, citing sources and citations come from? This is a quick thing that I was looking at before I started my stream. Citations serve several purposes. Give credit to original thinkers. Let readers verify claims. Show the writer did legitimate research. Distinguish original ideas from borrowed ones. So I'm picking up what you're putting down when you say cite your sources. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I was actually looking into that earlier. Yeah, it's raining here in Indy. Yeah, it's raining. Ohio is cloudy, y'all. Ohio is cloudy. It's a cloudy place. I really want Monken to treat Shedeur's QB1 with the reps. Just make sure everyone scramble. I'm gonna let it play out. I'm gonna let it play out. Of course, y'all know from a football viewpoint, I believe Shedeur is better than Deshaun Watson today. But it ain't my decision to make, so I'm gonna let it play out. Deshaun finally gonna have to do media if he's ahead of Shedeur. Eventually, you got to talk. Okay. I am behind. It's storming in Texas also. Cite your sources, B, in my New York accent. Cite your sources, B. I bet producers scanning that or have someone else scanning for content for their shows. That's why you see largest channels stealing content or ideas from smaller creators. Miss K, I agree with that. Indoor practice it is probably for those cameras. We're going to see. It's cloudy and light rain, big dog. Yeah, so with football, they get any type of thunder and lightning, then they're gonna have him go indoors anyway, so they just take him right indoors. It's probably because of the cameras on the helmet if they want to practice indoors. And if you get one, you get one pick, one lightning strike, practice called. So, okay, so I was explaining it right. When I was saying it's not to get in a mess. It's just to have an extra layer of protection. To people who can be out there defending you from a professional standpoint with Rich Paul. So I agree with that. It's raining in Rio, Brazil too. Man, raining everywhere. I don't know how you got to that conclusion, Donnie Kling, but okay. All right, let's keep it pushing. So it's been a story that's been kind of taken over in the NBA, and it ties into what we were just talking about with the content creators. It kind of ties into it. So they're asking the question, is journalism dead? They're asking that question. Is journalism dead? And they're getting to this subject because of what Jaylen Brown and Stephen A are going through. So let's go here. It's like when these designers steal ideas and styles from smaller designers. Facts. I also liken it to back in the day when the big artists would steal from small musical artists and then they just take their whole song. So it's something that's always been happening. But that doesn't make it right just because it's always been happening. Let's listen to this. A couple different points that I want to play from this. But, of course, Stephen A. Smith in the middle of things with Jaylen Brown. Let's get to it.
Because you have a real disconnect right now between athletes and how they feel about the people covering them.
Stephen A's job, and it's Kendrick Perkins' job, and my job to talk to the media. It ain't your job to be a clown. It ain't. And this whole playing the game, this delusion that y'all running with, y'all making it seem like I'm playing the game and I'm pulling the ladder down. Y'all ain't doing nothing but helping y'all motherfuckers selves. And I'm tired of that. Y'all not being the bread. And that's why people calling that shit out. And that's why I've came to that conclusion. And I'll tell Stephen A, and whoever else, when they see me in person, I will let you know that it's Stephen A, Stephen B, Stephen C, directly to your face. So you don't even know.
Stephen A, Stephen B, Stephen C. Oh, man. Are y'all noticing a trend that is not just with the NFL? It's also happening in the NBA where they are looking at the coverage of how things are going and they are saying, you know what? This is not right. We have to stand up for ourselves. We have to defend ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the NFL. This is happening across the board. And it's part of the reason why I started to believe, man, journalism is out the window. And they're going to get to it more here. But I thought this was hilarious. He said, I said to his face, so it's no. I want to make sure it's clear where I stand.
No, like it only got to be no, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
That's not all he had to say about this. And they've been going at it pretty good. And this evolution bothers me. And it's bothered me since Stephen A. Smith basically threatened Kevin Durant on television. There has been an evolution here journalistically into entertainment that is a contaminant. And it's not the way that we're supposed to cover these people. But Stephen A. has become an institution that is as big and formidable and as famous as some of these athletes. So let's hear Jaylen Brown some more. He's got some more for Stephen A.
Tell this motherfucker retire, because he's the face of clickbait media at the point, and maybe with his retirement we could spark a movement to get the rest of these motherfuckers out of here, or to also have some type of forget journalistic integrity, actual integrity, in order to hold themselves accountable to the bullshit it takes they put out with no basis, no bias, no information, just narrative, just for the sake of just pushing a weak narrative, just purely out of that. I'll give it up. I'll pass streaming. I'll sign some streamers or some. You know what I mean? It ain't a big deal. Y'all ain't never heard from me before this. Think about it. I don't do no media, no podcasts. I don't do none of that. I barely post on social media. But the fact is that my obligation is to, as an athlete, I'm obligated to speak to the media. It's my job. Like, he thinks the media is his job, and so is it's my job too. It's in my contract. If I do not speak to the media, then I will be fined. So when they use that comparison where it's my job, it's your job to play basketball, it's also my job to speak to the media.
Okay.
So he's dropping bars there, y'all. He's dropping bars. The lines are blurred in what people are doing. What people are doing is they want to hide behind journalism and doing their job while also not holding any of the standards from journalism. Which one is it? When the lead content creator in Cleveland started, when she put out her article, we need to let these guys cook. We need to start Deshaun Watson and let him cook. When she said that, she mixed sources, journalism, and her opinion all together. At that point, how do you get the protection of it being journalism when you threw your opinion smack dab in the middle of it? How do you do that? How do you get those protections? That is content creation. That is content creation. That was her opinion. You don't have that protection. That's why she didn't put it out as an article. At first, she put it out as a post on X. It caught traction. Then she wrote an article. But if you notice in her post, she said something different. They see something different. So let's catch up on the chat, and then we're gonna keep it pushing. It's more to this. I want y'all to hear. It's more to this. I agree. I thought sometimes G. Bush gets it from his Patreon subscribers. I saw his chat saying New Cleveland access to not a real time, not trying to be naive though. The New Cleveland thing, I didn't create that. G. Bush didn't create that. The New Cleveland thing came from the video where everybody was getting their Browns jerseys, and there was a guy in the video. Let me see if I can find it real quick for y'all. There's a guy in the video who, when he was getting his jersey, he was like, "Oh man, this that New Cleveland." That's where that actually came from. I did not create New Cleveland. If anybody believed I said I created, that's not the case. Because I did not create it. I did not create that. I got the idea from somebody opening their jersey. So let me see if I can find it real quick, just while we're here. Let's see if I can find it. If I can get to it quickly, then I'll highlight it. And there's some music in it. Let's see. Okay, so I think I found it, but I'm going to have to.
Shedeur Sanders.
Hold on, let me pause it. I'm gonna have to use the transcript real quick to find the actual spot because they got music in here. And I just don't want to. I don't want to get a copyright. So let me find it. Okay, here we go. So I found it. I can only play a small amount of this because of the music. So here we go. Let's see. He is about here. All right, so I got it. Let's see. Okay, here it is. This is where everybody got this from. Or this is where this originated from.
Yo, get out of here. Yo. She got you. She got you. The Shedeur jersey. The New Cleveland. Yo. I'm about
So that's where the New Cleveland came from. This is what sparked the idea from New Cleveland. I was not responsible for this. Even on my website where I have New Cleveland merch, I let people know that I got the idea, or I was inspired by this fan receiving his Shedeur jersey and say, "Oh man, this is the New Cleveland." So that's where I got it from. I believe that's where other people got it from. This was back in December. So I just let y'all hear it, and then we'll keep it rolling.
My boy. Yo, get out of here. Yo.
She got you. She got you.
The Shedeur jersey. The new Cleveland.
So that's where it came from. I didn't create it. I'm just being transparent about where I was or what inspired me to create the merch. So just letting you know what it is. I'm not going to tell people to show and I'm not going to tell people to cite their sources and show their work and then not show mine. I'll show mine as well. So that's where I got it from. All right, let's see. Now Stephen A wants to play the source game too. Yeah, he tripping. What him and Perk did the other day was shameless. Yeah, I didn't even show it. I've been wanting to cover this topic, but I didn't know the best way to cover it without highlighting what they did the other day. Because I can't go for what they did the other day. What they did the other day, pulling out their phones, saying, oh, this person views you this way, this person views you this way. In the middle of Jaylen Brown negotiating contracts with shoe companies. He was on ESPN talking about he's not a marketable player and all this stuff. So it just didn't start. What Stephen A. Smith and Perk want you to believe is this just started because Jaylen Brown said this was one of the best years. And he said this one is best years because they were counted out. They were doubted. Nobody expected them to do anything without Jason Tatum. They exceeded those expectations. So they took that and told him stop talking. And, that's how that started. That's how they're going to say it started. But it started way before then. Way before that. Because they be getting too personal instead of just calling the game. I agree. I hope the players make it clear they stand behind Shedeur. Journalists really act like they're more important than the athlete. Gross. Yes, we cover the sport. We do. I'm not a journalist, but I'm somebody that covers the sport. But we cover the sport. The main story should be the sport and the players who play it. If y'all notice, I try not to make myself the main story too much. I try not to. That's not my goal. That's not my intention. Sometimes, we can laugh and joke about, hey, somebody might be stealing this, stealing that. But I try not to make that the theme of an entire stream. I try not to. Let's see. Then cried about LeBron checking him about Bronny, especially after he said, pull up on me. I'm at the games. He just didn't expect nobody to pull up on him. Journalists are compromised, not just in sports. The way Stephen A. has been disrespectful, he has earned a response from JB. I remember how disrespectful he was to Aaron Glenn and the Jets. Yeah, Stephen A. Y'all know, I ain't like that. I can't rock with Stephen A. I never liked Stephen A. I always felt he was backstabbing. He was a backstabbing clown that never stayed on code. Yeah, just he just took too many shots at guys. Too many personal shots. I think Jaylen is one of the leaders of the Players Association. He is. He's smart. Where we at? D, I see and hear what you're saying. Just remember, a king never tells people he's a king. Stay hard. Hey, Shedeur said he's legendary. Come on, man. They talking about him. Shedeur is legendary. T.I. called himself the king of the South. LeBron called himself the chosen one. It's not about calling yourself or not calling yourself a king, which one thing you never heard me say I'm the king. You never heard me say I'm the best. You never heard those things. But I will say this. The confidence is there. Don't think I get up here and do this and the confidence is lacking. Or I don't believe in myself. Because the belief is there. I don't have to say I'm the leader of something. Look at my influence. You never once heard me say I'm the biggest, the largest. I didn't go big X the plug on them. You did hear me say, hey, if you're really about spreading love, spread love, show love to the people that inspired your thought. But I don't mind if somebody self-proclaims themselves something and they prove it true. I don't mind that. I don't take offense to that. I don't have any issues with that. But we can't act like the influence ain't there. If I highlight the influence I have, that's not me calling myself a king. That's me highlighting what y'all see too. It's a difference. Exactly. She said she's seen enough to know how this goes. Well, things are being done completely different, lady. Yeah, the lead content creator is different. The Xmas video. Yep, that's why I showed it. D agreed the head content creator based her opinion off 1 day of voluntary practice. Shake my head. Nasty work. D, you've always acknowledged where the new Cleveland came from. I did. I don't want to be the person that's calling for stuff to go a certain way. Then I don't even hold myself to that standard. I lost all respect for Stephen A. when he said on TV he wakes up every morning thinking about how he can make his white bosses some money and hopes they will give him some. And he said that, which is crazy, but he did say that. 1 voluntary practice and everything else was sources. Yep. Laugh out loud. Ain't it your job to be a clown? Facts. D, let me see. There is where we all got it from, and we made it come to life on your channel. On my channel and other people's channel. I'm not claiming ownership to it. I'm just saying this is my inspiration, and that's what it was. I'm just being honest about it. Just putting it out there. I'm missing a button. There we go. I'm just being transparent. That's all. Just being transparent about it. Shout out to Akeem. Let's get you up here. Let's see. Let's go here.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Shout out to Akeem Norwood. Said, I got something to say. Let me present this correctly. Let's get up on the screen. I agree with Jalen, for example. I bet it's people in the chat who don't like Brown personally for reasons they can't explain because of years of false narratives. I agree with that. And it's one thing like if somebody says something one time, but if you continuously go and keep saying more and more and more about this person, you can easily do that. Remember Skip saying LeBron wasn't clutch, and then all of the clutch stats say otherwise, but Skip just kept saying it? Skip said that for LeBron's whole career. And he tried to make it real, even though the numbers say otherwise. So I agree with you. D, a.k.a. the incubator. Hey, I'm just saying I just sparked the ideas. That's all. I'm behind. Okay. I am behind. Shout out to the plug, Zedric. I'm going to grab that video you put in. So let me get that. You've got mail inside. They are inside. So let's see. Why is Perk talking big for nothing? We are the hashtag New Cleveland because most of us never follow or were Cleveland Browns fans. We come with the new energy and winner mentality. Hashtag New Cleveland. That's a fact. I agree with that. Oh no, Stephen A. Smith is just one allegation away. Oh no. D has a whole website explaining the meaning about hashtag New Cleveland. I do. Hashtag NewCleveland.com. Whole website. He said it started the New Cleveland movement. All credit to the brother for the spark. He sparked it. He did. Doing walkthroughs now. I got that video. We're going to show that, Zedric. He pointed out the contradiction, journalism or opinionism. I agree with that. Yep. He did not see what happened to Shannon. Tap dancing does not gain loyalty or security. No. Stephen A. Fatchett. Stephen A. gets checked by Serena Williams' husband. Yeah, I remember that. Stephen A., are you married? No, I don't want to talk about. Let me pause that. So I got that. Shout out to Key Mathis. D, I'm claiming it on your channel. If they want to come see me, take a flight to Europe. Talk to him. I am still in disbelief that they really dismissed Jarvis Landry and acting like the content creator was a better authority. We need Pablo Torres to ask Baker for the truth. Hey, Baker put the truth out there. Shout out to Pablo Torres. I like all his work except when he was going into the Kobe funeral. Besides that, I like his work. Besides that, I like him. Perk could never get his way in order but running his mouth. Man, oh man, you got to watch the company you keep. You turn into those people. You turn into them. Shout out to Akeem Norwood. We appreciate you. There's a couple more points I want to highlight from this video. Then I got one more video. Then we're going to get the videos that Key Mathis and that Zedric sent us. So the next point I want to play is here. It is about here.
I don't know what is Stephen A. going to say because you don't want to make an enemy out of him.
Nobody afraid of
we
Stephen
came
A.
up in a generation where ESPN decided to give the journalists, the nerds, voices that mattered, and that became the norm. But the way that we use those voices are now different, and Stephen A., in order to stay ahead of everybody else, has to evolve the way things are said in order to stay ahead of everyone else that he's competing with. And that is a contaminant that makes the divide even larger than it's ever been before. The storytellers are there, or have always been there, to chronicle, to celebrate, to ask questions, and to critique. But there is no disputing that the critique has gotten rewarded for the more extreme that it becomes, the more cartoonish that it becomes. And I
totally agree with that. It's a couple more points I want to get to, so I'm going to skip ahead. But I agree with that. The more animated you are, the more disrespectful you get, the more people tap in and watch. And, I mean, you can play that game if you want to, but y'all know where I stand when it comes to disrespect. Y'all know where I stand. Let's go here.
Absorb. The problem with that, though, is that Stephen A. says he's a journalist, right? Like, because if he's saying,
But Jaylen Brown doesn't have a good understanding then of what journalism is.
He doesn't have to. It's not his job. The way that we present this stuff on television and the way that we talk about all of it, not one person in this room outside of Dan would say that they're a journalist. Like, Stephen A. is a former, right, but like, you're doing.
What am I doing?
You're not a journalist. You're not a journalist. And to be able to run with the hot takes that we do, it's a different thing than what journalism is. And the problem generally with the masses, with quote-unquote fake news media and all of these things, is we've spent so much time distorting what's a journalist and what's a media personality that people like Jaylen Brown, who's an intelligent guy, can't articulate the difference.
That's not true.
I disagree with you guys on a couple of fronts. First of all, I do think Jaylen Brown does understand what journalism is, and I do understand how he would view what Stephen A. Smith is doing and say that's not journalism. Because I would say much of what Stephen A. is now doing is not journalism, even though some of what he does is still journalism. But let's go back a step and let me ask.
I agree with that. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God I'm free at last. Hey, chat. Hey, D. What's going on, Felix? What is going on? The meat is beginning you. I think you said it's a merger. That merger, they got you in meetings all day. This is the precursor, the meeting to the meeting. Let's see. It's another point in here I want to get to, because I remember I said I believe that things can go forward without beat reporters and stuff like that. And it kind of was a way out there to take. But let's get to this right here. And then we're going to move on.
The Rooks, which is why they have those kind of personalities surrounding the game. You want journalism? Go somewhere else. Like, we're not going to break the hardcore X's and O's stories.
This is what we've talked about forever with ESPN, is they like laundered the reputation of journalists and then turned them all into entertainers. And so when you're watching television, and again, we've decided to merge what those two things are, there's still great journalism being done in written form in all sorts of different places. Hell, for that.
That's the point. I was making that point a year ago, and I was like, man, it's not analysis. This is entertainment. Now they're saying, man, this is just straight up entertainment. It's not analysis. It's not journalism. Also, I agree with your sentiment. He does understand, and I like the fact that Dan LeBatard pushed back and said, no, he does understand what Stephen A. Smith is doing is not journalism. And then we're going to finish it off with this point here. This is how he might drop at the end of this, because I can see in a couple years, find me the reason why we need beat reporters.
Gamers have no interest, none of them.
Hold on, let me go back just slightly and start about here. Excuse me.
Money.
I'd like that time to live forever. It's dead. Like it's not dying, it's dead. These streamers have no interest. None of them have any interest in doing journalism. And that's why I'm telling you, this war, The journalists have already lost it.
You ever notice?
Mic drop. This war, the journalists have already lost it because they are now entertainers. They are now content creators. They are not. They're not journalists. They are not. I don't know when you snuck in, Marie. What's going on? What is going on?
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
What is going on, Marie? Good morning. Good morning. I don't support Stephen A., but it's funny how he is the poster child now for what media should do. Most of these white journalists are doing the same thing or worse. Call out others as well. They are. They're just following it. Because what happens is people say follow the money. So they say, oh, Stephen A. Smith, he got $100 million. Okay, so since he got $100 million, I'll do the Stephen A. Smith thing. So that's what they're doing. Hold on. They're doing the Stephen A. Smith thing. So he is the one who is a pseudo celebrity. He is the most well known. He gets paid the most. So since he's in that position, people aspire to be and have what Stephen A. Smith has. So they're following his footsteps, even if it's leading them to the path to nowhere. It's leading them on the path to nowhere. So I like how he said, this is not a war that they're still fighting. They've already lost the war. It's over. And the reason why it's over is because who wants to be a journalist when you realize they care more about entertainment than journalism? You might as well be a streamer and just speak your opinion and be an opinionist versus you going and go to school and to be a journalist. So they just got to see the writings on the wall. It's there. Let's get to what y'all sent us. So I'm going to have to switch the view. Journalists will always lose this battle because they are not entertainers. They could maintain some integrity and set themselves apart like Daniel Oyefusi. That's a fact. They could take that route. I agree with that. So let's copy this. Let me see. Copy. That's from Stephen A. Smith. He didn't want no smoke. He didn't want no smoke. All right, now we got this from, speaking of, Daniel Oyefusi. Let's copy this. Okay. All right. So we got these two videos. Shout out to Key Mathis for this one. Let's go here. Let me adjust this for y'all. Actually, you can see it here. Hopefully it's, I think this should be good. This is Stephen A. Smith when he was questioned by Serena Williams' husband.
Stephen A. Smith, I think you had some marriage advice for me, right? Or... Well, you know what? Listen, I did it. People, headlines are headlines. We can get into that another time. But I was hoping you were going to be here. No, I am not qualified. No, not me. Well, listen, I ain't qualified, my brother. I'm qualified. I was going to ask you because you hadn't been married before, right?
I am married.
No, see. Okay. Yeah, because I give advice to plenty of founders who want to build billion-dollar companies, and the reason I do that is because I build billion-dollar companies. Yeah. So I generally try to stay in my lane as advice.
Then we'll talk marriage advice later. I'm 13 years strong. We got Alexis. Thank you so much.
Ooh. Yeah. This is what he said to Stephen A.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
He said, I give people advice on how to build billion-dollar companies because I've experience at it. I don't give people advice on stuff I don't have experience at. Stephen A. Smith just sitting there, just looking. All right, we got. Let me slightly change this so we can get the full scope of what we got going on. Practice indoors. All right, we got him here. There we go. That should be a lot better. This is our first video. Practice indoors. Practice indoors. We talked about the weather. All right, now let's get this next one that Cedric sent us. Let's get this next one. Then we still got an interview coming up as well, so we're gonna get to that. This is another one from Daniel. Special teams period. Malachi Corey, Tylen Wallace, Gage Larvidan, Isaiah Bond, Casey Concepcion, and Denzel Boston all getting reps as returners. Dylan Sampson, who held kick return duties last season, is in attendance but doesn't appear to be practicing today. All right, so y'all hear that. Man, oh man. Excuse me. I'm surprised to see Denzel Boston getting reps as returning, but he did do some of that while he was at Washington. So it shows you how versatile he is. Let's get to the next interview we got. Hold on, let me take this down. We get to hear from Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. They call him E-Man. All right, we got another one. You've got mail. Let me make sure I keep these organized. Okay. I'll read this one to y'all. At Browns OTA practice today, Cleveland currently going through a walkthrough of sorts. Deshaun Watson leading the first team offense on the near side of indoor practice field, while Shedeur is leading second team offense. Dylan Gabriel got a few reps on the side with Watson. Taylor Green got reps on the side with Sanders and walkthrough. Team going through stretches now. So they are rotating who gets the starters reps, who gets second team reps. Shout out to Cedric. Shout out to Daniel Oyefusi. Keeping us updated on what they get to see in practice today. What they have going on. See how Stephen A. Smith starts stuttering. I'm just gonna call him Serena Williams' husband. When Serena Williams' husband wanted to put him in his place, he was quick to cut him off. If he was black, he would have felt more empowered to show he is boss on the show. He didn't want no smoke with that conversation or that question or any of it. He didn't want no smoke with it. He just act like it didn't happen. He act like it didn't happen. All right, let's get to email. The rally is sports media clickbaiters are unknowingly bringing out their own extension. Ivy League Mac, they are. Let's play it.
School. It's day one of rookie minicamp. Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, how the first day of school go?
Man, I say it went pretty well for just learning a lot from the guys, from the coaches, building that chemistry.
Beast, what's going on? So from what Daniel Oyefusi said, Beast, Deshaun got first team reps today. Dylan Gabriel took some reps on the side with Deshaun. Shedeur is getting second team reps today, and Taylor Green got some reps on the side with Shedeur in the walkthroughs. So that's what we have so far. So Deshaun, first team, Dylan, second team. I'm sorry, Deshaun, first team, Dylan, first team, Shedeur, second team, Taylor, second team is how Daniel Oyefusi said the breakdown went. That's how he said the breakdown went. Shanithia is back. I missed anything interesting. We spoke on, I don't know if he was here. We broke down, press room breakdown, some stuff he said. Him shouting me out in his video. Then we got to Stephen A. Smith, how journalism is dying, him going back and forth with Jaylen Brown. We got to where the idea came from #NewCleveland. We showed the video. So a couple things you might want to go back and check out. Stephen A. Smith was talking a lot of ish about Serena. He called her manly build in the past. Man, Stephen A. Smith tripping. We got to ignore that lady when she takes victory laps. I think Monken is making a huge mistake. Deshaun may look more polished, but he lacks durability. A short-term solution the team believes in too. Todd Monken. Come on, Keith. Todd Monken also said, don't read too much into where they get reps day to day. Don't read much into it. I'm just going to let it play out. the title of the stream is Cleveland Browns OTA started. Let it all play out. I'm letting it all play out. I'm letting it all play out. Whoops. So let's see. OTA's moved inside. I got the one you sent. I was just going based on the other one you sent. I got this one. I was reading it based on what you sent here. This is what Daniel Oyefusi said. So I'll show it to y'all so y'all can see where I'm reading it from. Let me bring it over. Let me change the screen so y'all can see. Let's go here. My bad for the dead air. But I just wanna get this to y'all so y'all can see where I got it from. All right, so this is what we got. Here we go. All right, so this is what Daniel Oyefusi put out. At Browns OTA practice today, Cleveland currently going through walkthrough of sorts. Deshaun Watson's leading the first team offense on the near side of the indoor practice field, while Shedeur is leading the second team offense. It's kind of cut off there. Then it says Dylan Gabriel got a few reps on the side with Watson, which would mean he was on the side with the first team. Taylor Green got reps on the side with Shedeur in walkthroughs. Team going through stretches now, meaning he was with the second team. So I'm not there. So the only thing I could do is go based on what they're putting out there. So this is all I got. This is all I got to go based on. So that's what I'm going. That's what I'm basing it off of. This right here from people who are there. So this is not my personal take. I'm just reading it. That's it. That's what it is, though. That is what it is. Well, these Stephen A. Undermining Tu's role as a team leader is just disrupting the team chemistry that he's been building with this new younger player core. I would say it's early to say it's disrupting team chemistry. That's a little bit too early for me. Pin your ears back. Conducted another interview. Another one. They're about to say Deshaun and Dylan are QB 1 and 2. They're gonna say it, and I ain't gonna worry about it. Fano and Casey working with Shedeur. Monken trying to get on folks' bad side day one. I'm gonna let y'all read into what is happening, how you see fit. I'm gonna tell y'all for me how I'm gonna view it. I'm gonna let it play out. If Monken said they're gonna change who gets reps day to day, I'm gonna take him at his word. I'm going to take people at that word until they're in a position where I can't take them at their word. It is your choice if you follow. That's your choice. But I'm just going to take them at their word. And Taylor, I love all the new rookies' energy. And E-Man said in the interview, winning Super Bowl, #NewCleveland. Yeah, he is on top of it. I believe in the dog pound, Shedeur, Watson, Dylan, and Green. Yeah, it's so early on. Side eyeing him already. He can say, don't read into things all he wants. I'm going to sit back and enjoy this one. Yeah, I can't get nothing concrete but what they say. So if later on he's not telling the truth, then I'll treat him accordingly. He doesn't have to put cement in his shoes, keeps him from taking flight. The Taylor Green interview, y'all had me cracking up. Y'all had me cracking up. Oh, okay, Zedric, got you. We're on the same page. I know I'm just clarifying based on the photo I saw. Okay, got you. The new rookies group should be the real deal. The former rookies are hungry dogs. # New Cleveland or the meme machines. Just call them the dog pound. Just call them the dog pound. Good update. Give her blessings. Black Pro especially, seeing as Coach already said it was going to change back and forth. Yeah, I just think they're not showing their hands yet. You're right, as a Shedeur fan, I'm going to let it play out. They act like it's the same as last year, but it's not. Deshaun should be better than Shedeur. Is different than him being clearly better than DG. I agree. The new rookies didn't come to play. They all say we came in to win. I agree. What's going on, Daisha? They're really going to spend this. Watson was with the twos yesterday. They are. I think it's all smoke and mirrors there. Shopping Deshaun, DG. I'm sure Shedeur getting first team reps when the media is not there. Guy got 2 and will be patient and watch Guy move. Also, they only get to see 3 out of the 10. They only get to see 3 out of the 10 OTA practices. So remember, they're writing their story from a slanted angle where they are not getting all the information. So Munkin told us it will be rotated, so I assume Dylan would get some as well. He wanted to see everyone. I agree with that. You got Quinshawn on the field. Good to see Quinshawn being back on the field. Shout out to the plug. Let's see. And he's wearing number 10. He's wearing number 10. Okay, Quinshawn back on the field wearing number 10. Okay. All right, I like to see it. I like to see it. Casey Concepcion might have threw the bag at Quinshawn to get that one from him. The blending of the team is smart because it allows chemistry to build regardless of who gets first and second team reps. I agree. Todd Munkin, I'm going to let everyone take the test. People's insecurities on social media. They are sabotaging Shedeur. The sky is falling. Shedeur was literally the first team QB yesterday. Yeah, that's why I was. That's why I'll take it easy. One, the Browns knew the media will be there today. Seems like they're purposeful and they know what will follow. Browns hide in their hand. I agree with that too. Elton Jenkins was at center today. That's good to see. That's good to see. Elton Jenkins is doing well in his recovery. I'm with you. God has Shedeur, and Dion would not say he was happy if Shedeur was not being treated fairly. I agree with that. I agree with that. Somebody commented that, they were trying to compare last year to this year, and that's why I showed y'all how things were last year. People were saying Shedeur not going to make the team. People saying he's going to get cut. People saying all those things only for that not to be true, and this is what they do during this time. So for me, I'm not reading too much into it. I'm taking what I get from them, and it is what it is. Also, last time Shedeur went first when the media was out there. Now Deshaun Watson's first. Next week it could be DG. We good, guys. Don't let them get you this time. I'm telling you. Don't let him get you, because then I'm gonna say, hey, don't dump nobody trash on my porch to people who keep talking about it. Don't let him dump no trash on my porch, because I'm not feeding into what's happening. I'm not doing it. Let's hear from E-Man. I like his energy. I like his attitude. The funny thing is, from living in Florida, as soon as he started speaking, I could tell he was from Florida, and he is from Florida.
Just all be on the same page. It felt great just to be out there.
There's a lot of things going on the first day of school. Really, actually, yesterday was when you got into town. You get the new jersey. What do we think of 28?
It's all right.
You're making a face.
Hey, just know I'm gonna work hard to change that number soon. So I mess with it though. I like 28. So
okay, so you gotta earn.
I gotta earn it though. I gotta earn my new number. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, but
I want y'all to know something. He not up here. He not gonna tell you a lie. If you listen to what he's talking about, he not gonna tell you a lie. He said, when he asked him about that 28, he said, I gotta earn my new number. Oh yeah, we gonna get those question drills up too. He said, I gotta earn my new number, and he said that about the 28. He also gonna say how he feels about playing in Ohio. So I'm like, man, he not here to lie to you. He not here to lie. He's not here to tell you sweet lies. Let's listen.
It's the jersey. It's like the hotel. It's learning your way around. When you were at Toledo, did you spend much time in Cleveland?
It's crazy. I've only been up here one time. My whole 4 years up here in Ohio, one time. So now I just gotta join around Cleveland, look around Cleveland, enjoy the city now. Like it's my own, like I did at Toledo.
I know you're kind of swimming, which is understandably, but like, what is the whole experience? We'll get to the football in a second because you just wrapped up your first practice. But the whole experience of all of that, getting on the plane, you're here for a couple of weeks. Take me through the whole thing.
Man, it's just like I said, like you said, first day of school, learning a lot, trying to learn everything, trying to find your way around the building, the whole Cleveland, like just just enjoying the environment for real, just getting used to it. So I say that.
Okay, and then you get out on the practice field, which I would have to imagine, like, almost, does that feel like a safe space? Like, put all the other nonsense away?
I feel like the football field, that's the best place to be in. I feel like that's why I fit in well, feel natural, feel normal, feel good. So I love the football field. So.
And it's not a real practice. I mean, you're not hitting, you're not going full speed.
I say this way you get better at learning more details and just perfecting your craft. Just walkthroughs and walkthroughs and run-throughs like this. That's how you perfect your craft, get better at the details, the small details. So when it's time to like get on the game, when it's time for the Sundays night, you'd be efficient.
You guys played a 4-2-5.
I like it. I like it. Shout out to Keith Hunt, Jersey in the building.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Shout out to Keith Hunt. Thank you for all your support. I appreciate you always tapping in. Always tapping in. Even though the Giants are your squad, you always tapped in. You've been here for a while now, at least a year. Or at least the whole entire football season and now. So thank you. Shout out to you and your wife. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for all of your support. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Keith Hunt, I got a question for you. Who are you rooting for when the Browns play the Giants? I don't think I asked you this yet. Who are you rooting for when the Browns play the Giants? I got questions. Who are you rooting for? Thank you for all your support. Thank you. Let's catch up on the chat, then we're going to get back to E-Man. Where we at? Dion went out of his way to praise Munkin and the Haslams, and they made it into him wanting to tell him how to coach when he's just happy they're pouring into Shedeur. I agree with that. Todd Father said his first time he got the job and got the question about the QB1 position, he said the team will show him who that QB will be. The team will follow who they believe will take them to a W. I agree with that. With new rookies on the O-line, I doubt they know exactly who is first and second team. They're still figuring it out. I agree with that. Problem is team might buy into practice Deshaun, but he has a history of being better in practice and crumbling games. I will say this. Deshaun doesn't have the best history of playing the best in practice in Cleveland. I don't know how he practiced. I didn't follow him closely when he was in Houston. I went back and I did look at some of his games, but it's been very well noted that he struggled to get the offense to move the ball in practice in Cleveland when he was healthy. So that could be different this year, but I'm just telling you from what he's been in Cleveland, everybody was sounding the alarm saying the offense can't move the ball. They can't figure it out. So I know in theory, the easy thing to do is say, oh, Vet should play better. Sometimes that's not the case. So I think this is new for all parties involved. So I'm going to handle it as it's new. That's how I'm going to handle it. People not listening to the Todd Father, they are not. Blind Beauty, what's going on? How you doing today? Need Miles to step in and back Shedeur. And you know, he already told you who he's backing. Get someone black to ask some questions or interview him. This ish are comfortable with these white men. It's definitely like being able to relate to what he's saying, R-Jizzle. It's definitely I'm picking up what you put down. The Vet's seen Deshaun before. He was I know people want to say he was always good in practice. I might show y'all on Friday of some of the reports and what they said was happening. But he did not always get the highest praise in practice. But trash when it came to game time. Also, I think Miles is going to make sure he got Shedeur back. He don't want Deshaun to play. I'm telling y'all, in practice, it wasn't always the best. Asking goofy questions. Yeah. He sound like Jerry Jeudy and LeJohntay Wester. Hey, them Florida boys. As soon as I heard him speak, I'm like, oh, he from Florida. I hope so. Miles needs to throw that weight around soon. I think he will. It's truly diabolical for people to advance rumor, innuendo, and chaos when the Browns are trending high on good energy and vibes. That's why I'm trying to keep a level way that I'm approaching and reacting to the stuff that's coming out, because I'm not running all over the place. I'm not going all over the place from this story to that story to this story and just reacting to them. And then these sources. Everybody got sources now, so not me. Shedeur, if he's starting. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Hey, you said it with your chest. You didn't even dance around it. Let's go. I like that. Hey, I told y'all, man. I like them Hunts, man. Keith Hunt, Emory Hunt. Hey, they stand on what they believe. I like it. I like it. I like it. So true. They couldn't give us one full week when the whole nation was giving the Browns flowers for the draft. Facts. What's up, Q? I'm from Orlando, a bona fide Jaguar fan. Went to college in Jacksonville, worked for the Jaguars, but this year I'm pulling for 2. Hey, let's go, Q. Let's go. Let's go. Remember the look on Shedeur's face when the content creator asked if he was worried about making the team? He looked at the content creator like, you lost your mind. That is how I am looking at anyone calling QB1 now. Facts. Talk to him. Talk to him, Shanithia. Did you know Dylan, coach of Oregon, met Stefanski, and he was also at training practice, but they are hot-headed about Coach Prime. Isn't that weird? No smoke for Dylan again. That's why I called it fake outrage. It's fake outrage. Before I pulled the receipt of showing that Colorado had people in the building last year, I was like, it's fake outrage because I remember that because I covered it. So it's fake outrage, man. It's fake outrage. I think Shanithia said this. Coach Prime humanized Shedeur more, and people counter that with hate. That's what they got to do to maintain the balance. But man, I just laugh at the hate. Oh no! Oh, Art Dizzle, put some respect on that Hunt name. Put some respect on that Hunt name. Put some respect on the Hunts. Put some respect on the Hunts. E-Man is from Tampa Bay. He said when he is playing against his childhood team, he is going to go all out. He did say that. He's like, yeah, we got back-to-back trips in Florida.
We could see similarities here when they hand you the playbook for the first time. What'd you think?
Very similar to what we did at Toledo, just different category, different play calls and stuff, different names, but everything looked smooth and felt good to me, so I'm great. I'm ready to go.
Let's go back to draft night, or night number 2. Obviously, you wish you were night number 1 when Andrew Berry, you're on that FaceTime when the phone rang. We've seen the video here. What is, take me inside your head there, because you've got a nod. I know you're saying all the right things, and he's giving you that speech. But what are you really thinking?
I feel like it was God's plans for us. You know, I was expecting to go the first round, and it happened. Just God's plan during the second round. When I see my phone ring, it just, my heart started pumping fast. I was like, I hope it's them. I hope it's them. Once I answered it, it was the Cleveland Browns. I got excited. My family, my mom, she got us so emotional, so she made me emotional. Just all the hard work and all the stuff we've been through, and we finally here, and we just keep going for it right now.
Did you ever think you were coming back to Ohio?
Yeah, I say it's 50-50, but hopefully I will be out of Ohio. But hey, this is my city. This is my new city now, so I love it.
You know what I loved is
I like his honesty, y'all. I like his honesty. I like how he said he thought he was going to be out of Ohio, but he accepted this is city now. I like it, man. I like his honesty. If you can be honest in tough situations like that people could perceive negative, I rock with it. I rock with it. I rock with it. I rock with it. Let's see. They be aggressively wrong. I agree. Wait, no. Not if you're saying about the Hunts. Not if you're saying about the Hunts. I had to think about it. So true. When he shared about him checking upon his family, I got a little emotional. Yeah, shout out to Shanithia. He definitely humanized him. So wait, DG is getting first team reps and Shedeur couldn't get any until in an actual live game with the playoff team. That is the story. Monken showing how weird it was for Kevin Stefanski to do what he did last year. Talk to him. Talk to him. On point, CO7111. On point. Talk to him. Spencer Fano is on the second unit with Shedeur. Are they sabotaging him also? Akeem, I had to just I waved the white flag on the sabotage. I don't got no. I thought I had. I don't have no more fight in the sabotage situation. I fought the good fight. I laid down my sword. I'm not Sabotage gate. I'm done, man. I'm done. I fought the good fight for a whole year. I'm done. I'm done on the sabotage fight, man. I'm done. They got it. D, I know all this information. I'm all the way in the Netherlands, and they don't know Dylan, college coach, had meetings with Stefanski, was also at practice multiple days, is on videos. Yeah, it's because this is the thing. It doesn't fit the story that they're trying to write at the time. So that's why we broke down journalism today. Shout out to Pressure and Breakdown, highlighting moving away from journalism and moving towards content creation. And then also we had Dan LeBatard breaking down the Jalen Brown, Stephen A. Smith situation, saying the journalism is dead. Is now on to streaming. So we did all that to show that the answers are there. They are looking past the answers to create the narrative that they want to create. They're looking right past it. We knew Stefanski was moving funny last year. We didn't need Muckett or anybody to validate our take. We didn't need nobody to validate it, but it is, if you can compare and contrast, it's just night and day. Let's get to our overtime pieces that we got. So let me change the screen. Let's change the screen. Let's change it. Let's get to what we got. Actually, let me just do this. All right, there we go. Can I get to the top of the screen? I can't. Let me adjust this. We're going to get to what we got from overtime, what Daniel Oyefusi is putting out. So you can see. All right, there we go. Zedric, you know I gave up the sabotage fight. I had to, man. I had to lay down my sword on that one. More walkthroughs. Watson up with the starting offense, followed by Sanders and Gabriel. Luke Whippler out and no Titus Howard. Cleveland's offense looked like this from left to right. DeJuan Jones, Zion Johnson, Elton Jenkins, Tevin Jenkins, Tyree Phillips. So that's one. Let's get to the next one. Shout out to Zedric. You've got mail for sending these to us. I think I can. This is Quinshawn going through some running back drills, which I am excited to see. So we were concerned about if Quinshawn would be back and how he will be moving around and all those things. You see it here. He's moving really well. Really well. Okay, this is another one. This is Deshaun in the backfield with Quinshawn. This is definitely a walkthrough because you'll see no helmets on Quinshawn or on Jerry Jeudy to the left. No helmets. All right, so let's play. Good to see Quinshawn back out there. We see Quinshawn in the 10. We had number gate last week where we didn't know if he was 1 or if he was 10. Excuse me, if Casey Concepcion was 17. Now we back. All right, let's see. I thought it wasn't normal for a backup of a backup to take any first team reps. Don't forget the golf meetups. Yeah, don't forget those. And Shedeur took Gigi, his coach and family and fiancés out to dinner multiple times. Wait, Spencer is on the side with Shedeur. I actually like it. Talk to him, Tika. Wait, I like that because they definitely said he's a cornerstone left tackle. Honestly, we can't get knocked off our square by any slights or transgressions by these clowns. I agree. I agree. Colorado standing out there. People want to make a big deal. They're out there. It's no issues. Still not seeing the camera on Watson's head either. Latika said, I need to know. Let's see. Let me just jump through here real quick and see if we. All right. That's too far away. I can't see on that one. That's too far away on that one. Too far away. Dr. Clyde Marshall, journalism. Shiloh's subliminal comments has somewhat quieted her. He played ping pong, though she is plotting. Deion created dialogue so that America could hear the truth. I agree. Shedeur going to have that second team looking like the first. He beat the Steelers and Bengals with backups. He did. He's building chemistry with the real first team O-line. Talk to him. The mixing of the teams creates continuity even when first and second team reps shift from one day to another. Yeah, and I think she want to know about that helmet. Why? She want to know about that helmet. Why Deshaun don't never got a camera on? I heard Watson threw a pick yesterday. I saw some people reporting that. My stance, interceptions happen. I just don't want to see a million of them, but interceptions happen, fumbles happen. You will lose reps. Defense will win reps. I'm not going to crush anybody. My issue last year was they act as if no picks were thrown, and they were. So as long as it's coming out clear, if Shedeur throw a pick, if Deshaun Watson throw a pick, it's cool. It's part of it. But I'm not going to crush somebody on throwing a pick in practice because picks are going to happen. So, yeah, I know that's an unpopular stance when it comes to mistakes on the football field, but that's how I view it. That's how I view it. I'm with Tico. What is the story behind the camera? I'm curious, but I don't think we really get no answers. Let me see. Let's see if Daniel got anything else for us. And now on this one, his head is turned, so I can't see if it's a camera there. His head is turned. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, I can't tell. I can't tell there. This is Quinshine doing running back drills. It's good to see him back moving good. Okay, so we got another one with no camera. All right, so, okay, nobody got cameras. Y'all see this? Hold on, let me see. Let me start this over. Hopefully y'all can see it. So, Deshaun, no camera. They're doing check downs here. We got Shedeur, no camera. We got Dylan, no camera. Tika got us on camera watch. We're gonna call this thing Camera Gate. We are on camera watch. Camera watch. All right, so now seeing no cameras. All right, you've got mail. Zedric hit us with another one. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. Let me refresh. Sometimes X does that. Okay, the first. Can I make this? All right, this first one here. This is Deshaun, no camera. Gets it to Quinshine. Quinshine is moving good, y'all. Quinshine is moving good. All right, we got Quinshine there. Let's get Shedeur. He gets it to. I can't see who that is. I can't see his jersey. But man, it's good to see Quinshine moving good like that. It's good to see. I love the Camera Gate side story. Yeah, this Camera Gate. Tika got us on Camera Gate. All right, let me catch up here. Let's catch up here. Munkin says some days you will see Watson with the ones and some with Sanders. Don't allow these reps to sway your minds. Munkin got a plan. I agree with that. Talk to him, Q. Talk to him. Q, I'm sorry if I'm confusing you with somebody else, but Q, didn't you say one time you played in the NFL? And my bad if I'm confusing you with somebody else, but I could have swore you said you played in the NFL. If I'm wrong, my bad. But I thought you said that previously. Let me know. They're going full speed now. Yeah, I like it. He did throw a pick. It was batted up and picked. Okay, got you. Shout out to Craig. I wonder what players are speaking today. I know coach is supposed to speak. Yeah, coach is supposed to speak after practice. Great point on Dylan. Let's see. Bond went to 0. Tylen Wallace is 16. Okay. Let's see. It's small right over their face mask. Yeah, but it, like the GoPros, you can kind of see him sitting off, and I couldn't see him on those. Just so coaches can access what the QB is seeing and what reads need to be made, the camera are very small, so look closely. Yeah, I've seen times where you can see them clear where they kind of sit off because they're GoPros. They're using GoPros, so sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't see it. Believe me, we got in Patreon, we got the zoomed in versions, and you can see when they don't have them on. You can see it. Let me stop running that. I don't want to get no copyright or nothing. Tylen Wallace, Bond 0. Everybody doing the content creator game now. Facts. I thought he switched to 0. I thought he did too. It looked like he got on a GoPro right down the middle of the helmet sticker. I agree. The old media say they never seen them get coaching and being trained like this under Stefanski, like development, like Muckin said. They see the coach really coaching them. Isn't that the job? Yeah, it's simple. It's the job. I forgot he changed numbers. Lisa Woods, shout out to you. Yeah, I did a whole breakdown on why do they wear the cameras. The question is the consistency of the cameras. Not necessarily why they wear the cameras. I did a full breakdown on why they wear the cameras, when they wear the cameras, how long ago they've been wearing cameras. The question is when and why they have them on. So sometimes they have them on, sometimes they don't, is more of the question, if I state that better. Sometimes they have them on, sometimes they don't. All right, let's see. Let me set this up. Let's go here. We're here. Boom. And let's get this set. Boom. Here we go. And there.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Shout out to Lisa Woods. The cameras for coaches can see exactly what the QB see, help improvement. I agree. So it doesn't get lost in translation. You can see exactly what they see. Our question is more, how come we see certain guys with the camera on more than others is more the question. Not necessarily the use of the questions, but shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all for making sure it's clear. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. Is Wallace from LSU? No, Anderson. His last name is Anderson, who's from LSU. Wallace is from Baltimore. He's from Baltimore. Dollars to Donuts. Watson will not be speaking at the post practice presser. We're gonna see. Todd Father said the GoPro is for them to see later in here when the coaches look at the film later, so they can see where they're looking and hear the cadence. I got you. Same page. Football operations, traveled on team planes for years. Okay, shout out to you. Start listening to the Todd Father. He said in an interview, a reporter asked him about it. He told why the use of the GoPros for. Yeah, it's more of an inside joke from Patreon, y'all. It's an inside joke from Patreon. The question is not why the cameras. The question is, what's the distinction on the difference of when you wear it and when you don't wear it? It's an insider from Patreon. It's not on why they're wearing them. We know why. I did a full breakdown on why they wear it on YouTube. We got the why. I appreciate y'all making sure it's clear. This is an insider from Patreon. Just to wrap that up with y'all. Black Pearl, did I get your question? Okay, I did. Okay, got you. No problem. I gotta say this to y'all. Protect yourselves. It's going to be a lot of new things coming out. It's going to be a lot of videos. People are going to read people are going to read long term into some things that really only give us information for today. I'm not going to fall for the traps I fell for last year. I would encourage everyone to not fall for it as well. Protect yourselves. I know you have an interest in the team and want to see them winning and want to see Shedeur get his opportunity and all those things. Just remember, today is May 20th. The season doesn't start for a very long time. So protect yourselves. Protect yourselves. Protect yourselves. Shout out to Q. I appreciate you answering that. Let's get to the supporters for the stream. Shout out to Akeem Norwood. Shout out to Keith Hunt. Shout out to Lisa Woods. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all enjoy yourselves the next couple of days. Patreon, I get a video out to y'all tomorrow. Protect your peace, everybody. Protect your peace. Now that you know the game, we've moved away from journalism. Now we are more on the side of content creation. So look at it for what it is. Don't put too much stock in it. Protect your peace. If it's getting to a point where you can't handle what you are seeing, what you are hearing, move on for it if it's best for you. Move on from it. It is best for you. So thank you to each and every one of you. I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Patreon, I'll see y'all as always. YouTube, I'll see y'all in 2 days. Thank you. Enjoy yourselves. Peace, everybody.
Look at what I did. Look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't have no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless.